everyone, and welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, the English podcast that really makes you think. If you'd like to watch my other Would You Rather listening videos, you can find them up here in the link, so click the link, please. In today's episode, we are looking at would you rather lose your keys or lose your cell phone? Of course, in British English, we do not say cell phone. We say mobile phone or just phone because everyone has a phone these days. Actually, before I left England, I didn't have a smartphone. So I don't know if we say smartphone or not. Probably not. We just say phone. I'm pretty sure. So getting off topic, would you rather lose your keys or your mobile phone? Well, I think mobile phone is very important to many people, right? Smartphone, very important. And we rely on the smartphone a lot for many different things. So if I were, for example, lost, okay, I was lost, I don't know where my house is, then both would be useless, right? I need my cell phone or my mobile phone to use maps or something to get to my house, but then I don't have my keys. It's a tricky situation. So let's assume that I'm somewhere like where I know where my house is. In that case, I would like to have my keys so I can get into my house. Because in my house, I have lots of other digital devices like a very old iPad and laptop and other things that I can use apart from my smartphone. If I had my smartphone, the only additional benefit would be I could use Line or some other messaging service. So basically, without my smartphone, I can't use Line and I can't use smartphone service. There is some special thing on the laptop where you can like use a QR code to speak to people online, but it's really, I think you need your smartphone to be able to log on. So it's kind of you can't do that anyway. So I'm only really missing out on messaging my friends. And to be honest, my friends are in England, a lot of them, or the ones that are in Japan, they don't message me that much. I don't get many messages. It's kind of sad, but I don't. So I get messages from my family, but they're usually just, to be honest, they're usually just pictures or something that they did today. Oh, look what I made today, which is lovely. But not like super important things that I need to know straight away. So in that case, I would rather lose my smartphone and then have my keys so I can get into the nice warmth. And I can do so many things in my house. I can make a cup of coffee. I can watch videos on YouTube or on Netflix or something. And I can, I can have a shower. I can have a bath. If I'm stuck outside, I would have to go to like a cafe or something, spend money, and I'd be surrounded by people. And I quite like my quiet time. So being home is really nice for me. Being out there in the big world, especially in Japan, where it's really crowded, like near my house is not so bad, but towards the train station where everything else is super crowded, lots of people. I don't like to be in that environment for too long. So when I can come home and I can sit down, I can relax, that's so much more important for me than having my smartphone. And in fact, most of the time, I don't know where my smartphone is, to be honest, because when I'm home, sometimes, you travel around your house and you take it with you to one room and you put it down and then you walk away and you do something else. You're making dinner, you're making coffee, as I do quite a lot. And then you're like, where's my smartphone? Where is it? I do that at least 3 times a day, honestly. Where is my smartphone? Where did I put it? Is it down the side of the sofa again? Or is it on top of the rice cooker? That's not a good place for your smartphone, but I put it there sometimes anyway. Is it in the bathroom? It could be anywhere, to be honest. So, yeah, for the majority of the day, even though I'm, slightly addicted to the smartphone, I'm usually scrolling on something, I wouldn't say I keep track of it that much. So it's not that important to me. I wouldn't like to lose it because it's, that would just be annoying. It's necessary for some things. But I would rather lose that than my keys.
So have you lost either of them?
Either of them? That's a good question. Yeah, I have. In fact, when I was in England, I would always have the old phones. They weren't smartphones. They didn't attach to the internet. When I was in England, I couldn't see the point. Like, why do I need to attach to the internet? I just need a smartphone. Text my mum, pick me up, please. Or text my friends, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Texting was all I needed. A cool little text. So I had the oldest smartphones, hand-me-downs. I remember I was excited because my second phone was color. My first phone was black and white. So, yeah, we're talking about the old days. I had color and it had a really cool game on it, like Parachuting Man, and you had to get him through the rings to get points. That was a fun game. Yeah, so that's what I used my smartphone or my phone for. And then, as I got older, I think I had another phone, but the only reason I would get a new phone was because I'd lost the other one. My phones never broke because they were old phones. They weren't so complicated, I guess. They were big bricks. You could drop them on the floor. Maybe the case would come off, but no problem. You could throw them and they still probably wouldn't break. So the phone never broke. So the only reason I would get a new phone is if I lost it. And I remember one day I left my phone on the train and I wasn't even sad because my phone was so old that I wanted a new one. Oopsie, I left it on the train. I need a new phone. So, yeah, I've lost my phone before, and it was a minor, I left it on the train. But it was like, ooh, I get a new phone. Kind of like that.
But it had a lot of information in it, right? Like other people's phone numbers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, that's true. But I only texted a few of those people. So I lost a lot of phone numbers, I guess. But I do remember writing them down somewhere, actually. It was back in those days where I wrote down the phone number as well as in my phone. But there weren't that many people I would contact. And I could always contact them in some other way, I think.
Or maybe you were fine, but your friends were not fine because they
lost contact with me.
No, not that's why. In terms of security, not security, like privacy. Someone can get their phone numbers, right?
Oh no, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if they got lots of prank calls after that. I don't know. But it was on the train, so probably it was just in some lost and found box forever. Hopefully. No one would want to steal it. That's the thing, because it was so old. No one would want it. Really, no one would want it. And that was kind of the advantage of having an old phone. That's why I kind of like having old things. I never get worried that people are going to steal my bike, for example, because it's kind of rusty. No one would want it. No one would sell it. But it works fine. So, yeah, that's why I kind of prefer having older things. I feel safer. Yeah, losing the phone's annoying, but I mean, even now my phone is old, but it's not that old. Like for me, it attaches to the internet. It can navigate me using maps. Like what more do I want from a phone? I think the newer iPhones have like face recognition. I don't need it. It has I don't know. I don't even know what the new phone has, but I know that I don't need it. So I'm happy with my phone, so I wouldn't want to lose this one, to be honest. I think it's perfection. Apart from the camera's not that good anymore, but yeah.
So in terms of danger, which would you rather lose?
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good point. So my smartphone, you can enter with my thumbprint or the passcode. So it's actually protected in a way. Securely protected. So I don't know if someone could get my smartphone, if they can access it. With I don't know, hackers these days, are they good? They couldn't do it by thumb, surely. They would have to have some kind of computer program to sort out the password or something, crack the code. Then maybe they can get in. But as I said, my phone is so old. Why would they want to do that? And also it's got like almost 0 phone numbers on it because everyone uses Line these days. So I think the security risk is not that high. I'm pretty sure.
You don't have like bank passwords in your memo or something?
No, I'm not stupid. Do you? Yeah, don't answer that. Yeah, no, you shouldn't do that. No. My bank passwords are all up here.
But even in that situation, you can lock your phone like remotely.
Mm-hmm.
So like in terms of danger, it's not that dangerous.
Really? Can I? Even on my phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
And also you can find your phone, like find your phone.
Yeah, I saw that on one of the apps, Find Your Phone, but I've never accessed it. But yeah. So in terms of security, yeah, I think we're okay with this now. Yeah, this technology, that's great. And no one would want it.
But if you lost your key, you can't do anything unless you change rebuild the key.
But do they know the address of the key?
If the person knew you.
Well, yeah, but then they would be stealing the key. I wouldn't have lost it, you know what I'm saying?
True.
So, yeah, losing a key is still pretty dangerous, but there's a lot of houses. Like, how would they know what this key was for? So, not so dangerous, I feel. Maybe more dangerous than a smartphone slightly. But in terms of, like, how my feeling, and even in terms of security, I would rather lose my smartphone. Like you said, I can lock it and stuff, so no problem. Buy a new one, and yeah. If I'm locked out of my house, like, would I have to wait for someone else to come home with the key? Yeah, I don't want that. It's uncomfortable. Let me in my house. So, yeah, final answer. I would rather lose my smartphone than lose my house key, I guess. That's a tricky one though. So let me know in the comments if you think maybe something that I've said's not quite right, or if you disagree, totally fine. A lot of people love their smartphones, so I understand. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think, and if you have a would you rather question, please write it in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer that for you. Okay everyone, have a nice day and see you next time. Goodbye.